You're ready. You're ready to like. We're countdown.
Did we even make
We're ready to do it
notes
for
this
real.
time?
Look, where we're going, we won't need notes.
Alright, that's what I figured. Let's do this.
Ready in 5, 4, 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of season 1. We've missed Reloaded. I am one of your hosts, Eric, and my co-host, Colin, the better-looking one, is over there in his workshop.
I know you still got your hair.
It's migrating backwards and down. That's the size of it. You're just as migrated back or forwards and down
Fair.
between the two of us. But you do bring up a good point because this is a very interesting day,
We're old,
a
Eric.
banner day, as it were.
We are old.
Yeah, I'm gonna make us all feel real old because, well, Rodrigo sent me this screenshot earlier today of his user profile on Mythweavers. Joined February 17th. No, sorry, February 21st, 2006. Mythweavers is 20 years old today. Happy birthday, Weave. I,
Oh,
I doubt that a couple of kids from California and a guy from England and a guy from Australia would have figured that when they launched that website back in 2006, that we'd be here talking about them uh, here 20 years later.
oh my god. Well, and two of
I
them
mean,
at least know this is happening, so.
that's true, and with their blessing. And I don't know where Mike is, but I'm sure he's the same curmudgeonly guy that he always was, right?
I would expect.
Here to ban everyone. But somehow 600 plus thousand users managed to stick around and make this a great community. And so here's to you, Weave.
To the
And
chaos.
yeah, to the chaos. I mean, we could tell a lot of stories, and I don't want this to be just rehashing the old stuff because
Oh, we sound really
I think
quiet.
really
That is
quiet.
no good.
Colin, you should fix that.
Alright, bumped the audio up a little bit.
Little gain adjust. All right, so maybe
Just a
it's just one
touch.
person. Okay, yeah, let's not make it too much then.
Nope.
Yeah, so Mythweavers has gone through a lot of things in 20 years from, I mean, do you want me to pull up the Wayback Machine now and we
Yeah,
can
let's
we
do
can
that
just we
now.
can just start a trip down memory lane? Yeah, let's bring up let's roll that beautiful footage here. I got to share a window. I got to share Firefox. You ready for this, Scallon?
Three,
3,
two,
2,
one.
1, share. There you are, my friends. A look way back to the first snapshot of Mythweavers in the Wayback Machine from June 2006, so about 4 months after we opened. Uh, Ow, that theme hurts my eyes. I'm just, it's so old web.
Logan, we're not telling stories about the quarantine section on OG Mythweavers.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that one well alone. And they had
Oh god,
120
did
games at that
those?
point.
The quarantine
Did they get
section did
migrated?
move too.
Ah.
You weren't
hang on,
exactly
hang on, hang on.
filtering, you
No, no,
kind of
no,
told it to
no. We're not
migrate.
going there yet. We're not going there. We're not going there. Uh, yeah. We didn't get very far on this theme, but there was some sort of like Greco theme going on here with the column and thing. Do you remember this one at all? Because I certainly don't remember this, and this is now 2007. Oh yeah, it's before my time because I didn't join until almost 2 years later. A little, well, 2.5 years later, actually.
Oh god. Plugsy announcing the GM screen feature.
Oh wow, yep. This looks like it was around 100 nested tables. You better believe it.
L-
This is tables
Logan,
all the way down.
Logan, he was trying to find Lime.
I went and looked for lime,
He
and you know
looked for
what?
Lime. None of the themes work.
Here, work in progress Lime. Wayback Machine told me, nope, sorry, we don't have it. All you get is this. So yeah, we went through Fugue for a little while, and then Sonata came about not too much later. And this was our theme for quite some time, all the way up to 2023.
Yep.
So most of our weavers are going to recognize this one, um, probably fondly, and we tried to replicate more or less the good features out of that. Uh, Back in 2020, though, was when we realized vBulletin was just not going to do what we needed it to do.
Well,
So
on
we,
top
we
of a lot of the infrastructure items that that old version needed were
I, yeah,
deprecating
like
and vanishing from the internet, and suddenly the site,
you can't have that library. It's insecure.
yeah, it's for anyone that missed that entire chaos during the start when we were transitioning to the current website. 2020 is when we started having critical back-end infrastructure that the site needed to operate started to no longer be supported. And yeah, that's so the fact that the site, like OG Mythweavers, went all the way to 2023 involved Eric and Rodrigo for 3 years panicking and
There were
improvising
a lot of
workarounds.
random late nights trying to patch things together.
Yeah,
So
trying to keep it
even
running
during
as
that
stuff
time,
it needed.
before we told everyone, "Hey, we're working on this the current site," we were having long 3 years worth of discussions on what's the right thing to do. Where are we gonna go? Do we try and follow vBulletin? Do we try and follow uh, Envision? Is what we ended up using. Do we make our own custom thing? And ultimately, we went with Envision because Rodrigo and I didn't necessarily think that reinventing the wheel was the right solution, or certainly not for the amount of resources the two of us had available at the time. It's just two of us. Still just the two of us. And good looking Colin over there.
I'm still just the talky man.
Talking man talked much.
Oh,
Yep.
the parchment
Yeah.
theme was classic.
And we kept it. I mean, yeah, to just flip back over to the current site now in its third year of operation and continuing to accrue more and more games, more and more members. Um, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of pain that went into this, but there's a lot of good that came out of it. The game advertisements carousel, the um, little better display control over everyone's games, better infrastructure, so we didn't have to worry about it crashing all the time. This this 2 days ago, notwithstanding.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Well, then, yeah, of course, there were some headaches with this because there were ways it wanted to do things that we didn't like but couldn't change.
yeah, 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 about that. So I think you probably remember, Colin, the day that I came into chat and said, "Hey, we just launched, and Envision says their current version 4 is gonna die at some point, and they're gonna go in a different direction, and their version 5 is completely different."
Yep.
And Rodrigo and I said, "Well, crap. That means we have to redo all that custom code that we just did over the last 3 years. That's a little bit crazy." So the conversation started again. What do we do? What do people want? And so we looked. We looked at off-the-shelf products again. We looked at the deep list of the feature request queue of all the things that people had asked for. Um,
Which some
yeah,
was new
how
features, some was stuff from
yeah,
OG Mythweavers that we couldn't
movers that
propagate.
wanted back. Somewhere in here, there's a really long discussion on, um, hey, is it possible to make the unread indicator not show up when a GM makes a private post? And that was something that we dug into the form software for a long time and just we couldn't find a way. People couldn't do it. Envision couldn't do it. Crap. none of that could happen. And um, so we decided that although change is bad and everyone hates change, that it was time to make one last change. And this will be the last major change ever for Mythweavers. I say that with confidence because we're no longer shackled to anyone. We built our own. We built the weave that we wanted, the weave that you wanted. So, should I peel back the curtain?
You should peel back the curtain.
Yeah. Some
We
of you
did
have
not
probably.
sell out to Wizards of the Coast, Logan.
I did not sold Wizards of the Coast. They're not for sale. But some of you have heard us talking about Project Ithun for some time now, off and on.
It's only
And
been
we
like two
really
months
did.
since we started throwing that name around.
That's true. We just called it other things. We had different code names for it, but it was formally named based on the Norse goddess who has the golden apples that give immortality to the gods. And your
Because
stories
Eric
are
was
the
feeling
gods, and
dramatic.
they deserve immortality. We wanted it all, and we wanted to give you everything. So here it is, Project Ithun.
With the important
All right.
caveat that this is still early days.
Yep. This is still early days, but the important part to note is right up here. It's live. It's available to everyone. You can go see it right now if you want. You don't have to watch the rest of the stream. You can just go play.
Well, there goes our viewer numbers. They were
Everyone's gonna go
already
turn off.
low. So,
Yeah,
Eric, you want
yeah, I know.
to go through kind of an explanation of what this is and why?
Sure.
Beyond,
So
obviously, I guess,
it's
yeah.
it is the framework that gives all the features that everyone ever wanted. We'll start with the forums because that's what we got. This is looks and feels kind of the same. There's some changes here, and I'm sure Watford somewhere will be railing about I broke his theme and he needs to come in and clean up all this. Recognize this is still early days. We have not optimized anything. All these icons are still kind of bland, but generally speaking, the framework is all there. You've got forums. You dive into forums, you've got topics. You dive into topics, you've got posts. And Sarek, thank you, Sarek, if you're watching, really went to town testing stylings just to make sure things work or do not work. Where the shout box, hold that thought until the end. Keep that thought to yourself, Jimmy, because it might happen. Can we finally
Logan,
get
how do
karma
we get
points? Or
to it?
well,
Um,
you're linked. You won't have the direct link from the menu because that's hidden. It's been there for staff for a couple months now. But if you just take mythweavers.com/Ithun, you'll get there. I guess the first thing to note: everybody's accounts are migrated, 100%. No need for any new logins. No need for any new passwords. It's there. All 600,000. Everyone who ever joined, they're all there. Uh, but to go back to posts, what's the number one complaint when we brought V6 to life, Colin?
lack of BB code.
Lack of
People
BB
got
code.
very attached to
They're
BB code.
super bent out of shape. Lack of BB code. All right, so uh, WYSIWYG, really cool. Everyone wants it.
Well played,
Not
mate.
everyone wants it. Many people want it. Then so we kept that. But CK Editor, which was what underpinned the Envision WYSIWYG editor, that was end of life too. Part of why they were making migrations. And TipTap is the editor of choice for the future. So all the parts and pieces are there. All the things you ever asked for before: your OOCs, your spoilers, private text. at mentions, tables, emoji, all there. Can we please get away from stylized sheets? Hold that thought. Still possible though. But rich text, you'll notice editor mode up here. You have choices. Markdown for those of you who like the simple text format with easy simple markup language. Piece of cake. Oh, maybe I should show off
The
preview
preview.
mode, or maybe split screen so that you can live type your stuff and know what it's going to look like. You can also go full HTML. If you're really serious about writing your own stuff, we won't stop you. Same features. Also, switch back, pick your mode, doesn't really matter.
Oh my god, click the BB code one already so they stop twitching.
BB code, BB code. Guess maybe I put in a couple extra spaces there I'll have to figure out.
BB code is still an outdated system. It'll
BB code
work.
is still an outdated system, but
However,
guess what? We brought that. And the reason why we brought that, for that, I'll have to go back to the front page. Actually, I'll go to the games list. Actually, I'll go to the archived games list. And I'll pull up my first game from Mythweavers, 2008, Odd Jobs. Here it is. There's the game form. There's all the threads. There's all the posts in all the threads. All formatted, basically exactly like they were in OGMW. They're all here. Every game you ever played in.
every post you
Migrated
ever
from
made.
Mythweavers V Bulletin. But I brought this game back over, so there was another iteration of Odd Jobs that we saw there. Sorry, need to look in the archive. It lived here for a little while. It's here. All the games that are currently in Envision, they're syncing over as we speak. Every hour on the hour.
Which
What
means
this
eventually,
supports,
when we get to the point of going live, it's going to
people can
be.
choose when they want to migrate.
Yep.
Doesn't have to be forced. All running on the same infrastructure.
Worth noting too, find a post with dice in it, Eric.
Find a post with dice in it,
You were
Colin.
just in Odd
Sure.
Jobs.
I was just in Odd Jobs. You're right. I could just like go grab probably this one.
Yep.
Yeah. So old imported dice from before, still there. Newer dice from Envision, also imported. We actually have timestamps on these, which I haven't added to the display, but it'll be there.
Oh yeah, timestamps on dice are a thing now.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's been a feature request.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a private block. Probably needs a little bit of styling help, but it's there.
The focus right now has definitely been functionality and capabilities over look pretty. Look pretty is
Yep.
after things are working seamlessly.
As Han Solo said, she may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts. Mentioned unread indicators. Unread indicators are now driven by user. If you can see it and you can read it, it will indicate unread until you've read it all. If there's a GM post, anything you can't read, doesn't trigger the unread indicator anymore. You're welcome.
Logan,
Where is the
shush.
generate
That I
post
will
with
smack you.
AI button? That will never happen.
I hate you,
You
Matt.
do that stuff outside.
How is it on
How
mobile?
is it on mobile? Excellent
Seamless.
question. It is
Better, honestly, than
almost seamless.
Envision.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it is a progressive web app already, so you can load it onto your homepage. I will not guarantee that all the styling is perfect because I'm focusing on functionality first and working backwards on style. But the goal is that it would look the same. I don't want to mess with Colin's stream, so I'm not going to suddenly take this
I was gonna
view
say
and
Eric's not allowed
shrink
to.
it down.
Eric's not allowed to show the mobile view because it messes up the stream.
Yeah, but it is there. Uh, so let's see. We talked about unread indicators. We talked about posting. We talked about um, dice rolling. Dice rolling right now is in the basic mode of you provide the dice string and roll it. We have not ported over the dice wizard, but that's coming too. Uh, let's
So
see.
Logan had his whinging about new features and community supporter access.
New
You could
features and
show him
community supporter access.
you could show him a certain thing with no, he's whinging about access to new
Oh,
features. You could show
got
him
it.
that one
Yeah.
new thing.
We'll show lots of new things. Why don't I go back here? We'll talk about advertisements for a second. Um, create a test game here. This is actually the only game that I have that's not sitting on or not imported from one of the other sites. But we can see here that we've got kind of the game overview tab as we have before. We've got our forums. You can navigate between the forums through a drop down. Got your members list there. Hey, look, Matt S just applied to my game. That's awesome. Linked characters. Linked character sheets are a thing. I'll show you why here in a second. You also get a site calendar. So if you need to schedule live events or you just want to remind people of, hey, you need to post by this date, that's there. But let's talk about advertisements. You have one active advertisement as before, and basically the same level of control, except it's a little better. I mean, you can do the thing where you describe the game, obviously, and you can say when your ad is open and closed with local time zones, so that it always shows the users when it will actually close in their time zone, as opposed to some arbitrary date with some arbitrary time zone that could be UTC, but might actually be Eastern or Pacific, depending on whether Rodrigo or I coded it. Yeah,
Good
that was
times.
that was bad. But yeah, application settings. So applications automatically like get framed out as part of opening your advertisement, and you get control. You can make applications that only your GMs can see. You can make it so that any of the players in your games can read the applications, but they can't interact with players, or you can make it fully interactive as it is now. Um, Entirely up to you. You also have the ability to handle your pending applications how you like. You can either keep them pending and manually approve all of them at the end, or reject all of them at the end, or you can just automatically reject anyone that you haven't accepted when you run out of advertising time. And you can set the number of players from here, so it shows how many you're looking for, and then whether the visibility of the game, which actually this one will probably get adjusted a little bit because we probably won't show non-members all of your advertisements. And automatically a discussion topic gets created that goes along with your advertisement when you open it up.
Hey Eric, just because it came up while you were looking at that ad screen, is
Oh,
that auto reject when the ad time closes or when the grace period ends?
when the ad time closes,
Hmm.
we
So
can
shouldn't
we can
that change
clarify
to
that.
grace period if grace period
Yeah.
exists?
You
Yep.
know what?
Just saying.
Fine. Let's uh let's go put in a feature request. Hey, when advertisement and close, auto reject when. Isn't clear whether auto reject happens at the ad end date or at the end of the grace period. Let's fix this. And I'll just drop that into our new issue tracker. So one of my biggest gripes from both the OGMW and the system I helped bring to life was we didn't have real issue tracking. There was no way to keep track of the bugs and make sure that they were resolved and let people know when they were resolved. So now we have an issue tracker, which Matt has already found. Thank you, Matt.
Matt
I
just jumping
appreciate
on
that.
it.
Hey, somebody has to test, right? And that's part of why we're opening it to a beta today.
Yep.
On Myth Day. But yeah, there's lots of features that are in progress. Keep those bug reports coming because that's the only way we make it any better. But let me dive back to that advertisement. You know what? I need to make those titles more useful. That's pretty bad. Keep those issues
So a
coming.
lot of the beta has been nitpicking what Eric has and hasn't gotten in yet.
That's right. So yeah, as I said, you automatically get a discussion thread and a forum that goes along with your advertisement so that everyone can have that collaborative discussion separate from their actual applications. But when you are looking at that recruitment tab, which take a second here to load, view applications is a thing. No pending applications. Matt, did you withdraw already or do I have a bug here? Probably have a bug here. You'll have a list of all the pending applications where you can go in and you can, oh, he just made a join request, not an actual application. That's probably the difference. So that you can review them from here, provide comments, and approve or reject. Pretty straightforward.
No, Logan, shush.
No, shush. All right, fine. I'll keep
No,
diving in
I was
because
saying Logan, shush. Yes, if we post on Ithune, will it push to Envision so he can use the new ones in my games?
no,
He's
I do
just
two-way
asking
syncing
you.
between systems at work. It is a nightmare. I sorry, you probably could pay me enough to do it here, but you'd have to pay me enough to quit my day job. All
Don't
right.
tempt absent.
So look, if Absent wants to pay me to quit my day job, I'm listening. But I think I'm a bit out of his price range. So mentioned linked characters and that would matter. Let's dive into this in character topic here. So what do we see? Here's a post by me. But then here's posts by me as my characters. When you're in an in character topic, you can select any of your linked characters to post as. It grabs the portrait off the sheet. You have the ability to set templates, both for your character head, the post bit character header, and for the content of the post. Link directly to character sheet. Snapshot of data as of the time that it was posted here.
Did that sheet load?
It's loading, but did I kill the tab?
I
Maybe.
think you killed the tab.
I killed the tab. It's a real sheet. There we go. I didn't mean to kill the tab. It's real D&D 3.5 sheet. Note she didn't have a portrait here. It's actually possible because not all of our sheet templates have portraits on them to set details about your linked character here. So let me go back to the characters list and grab Marin up. Edit template. So you can see here that you get your very own post-bit template and content template, and you can set, there's a little bug there. Let's make it. I should probably fix that. Anyhow, it's missing all the placeholders obviously in the preview here, but You get the picture. You can also set preferred colors. So everyone who likes personalized text colors for their characters, you get 3. And then, yeah, as I said, not all of our sheet templates have spaces for a portrait or an avatar. So we give you the ability to control it from here. GMs, you also get the ability to decide how you want your game to look. So if you want people to have access to these features, you can grant it. If you want them only to have access to post bits or content template, you can pick those, or you can let the players choose among themselves.
Now, can GMs set a universal template for their game, Eric?
Absolutely. So if I, as the GM, have something, particular settings that I want to apply, I'm going to go over here to the game tab and edit game. Character templates here are currently player's choice, but if I set it for both, I can edit the default templates, go in there and change whatever the content would be. So if you want them all to look like really complex in-sheet character posts, I'm not going to stop you. That's all I'm saying.
We
Still a
don't
limit for
recommend it.
how many images that you can have on the server? Well, yes. I mean, things cost money. We do still need your support. And we appreciate everyone who is already a community supporter. All of those community supporters will automatically port over to Ithin. But we do have supporter tiers now that will allow you to get more for giving us more. Um, Mostly as a small token of our thanks, because well, I really like writing code and I like playing games, and this is the perfect hobby for me. But yeah, ultimately, we got to keep the lights on in the
Hosting
server room.
costs are
So
real. Worth
yeah,
noting, just so no one points back to it later on, none of these prices, tiers, any of that are final. This is just concept.
yep, yeah,
So
just getting started. But
if
but
if
absolutely,
if dollar
there will be a absolute minimum community supporter tier. That's, hey, if you can give us a penny, I will appreciate your penny.
All right. So
All right,
I
so
I think
so
we got
going
to give a
going back to the
pause
game.
because someone's going to point out a specific item on there once the stream catches up.
Oh wait. All right, should I go back to the game?
I
Should I
think you should probably
quick
go
go back
back
to the
to the
game?
game.
All right. I talked about the game overview. I talked about forums. I talked about members. I talked about link characters. I talked about the calendar and recruitment, which means I skipped over resources. All right, so you can link resources to your game, whether that's pages, which function like pages in Envision. It's just like one gigantic contact block. Nah, actually, it doesn't function like that at all. Let's not even talk about that. Pages are actually a wiki, which means that you can uh, wiki link with your 2 brackets to any of the other pages that are defined already in the site, and there's a bunch of them, but they're mostly the user guides, or at least the stubs of the user guides. I think Powderhorn was quick to point out that they're very bare bones, and he wants to rewrite them, or at least maybe he wants Butcher to rewrite them. Someone needs to rewrite them. But there are user guides for the site, and you can just cross-link pages from one page to another. Oh, did I mention draft save? Yeah, draft saving is everywhere. It's automatic. Um, you should never lose content because it's all stored locally to you.
If you do lose content, it's from doing something like wiping local storage.
Yeah, basically, if you wipe local storage, all bets are off. But if you leave our site alone, we'll take care of your data. Categorization, putting in order. You can also control. So if you link a page, you can make it so only your members, or maybe only the owners. There's one missing here. There needs to be a GM's one. But effectively, collaborative editing is now a thing. You can link pages, and you can give people read and write, edit access to your pages. Real wiki. Go back to the resources tab. Blogs. You want a blog? You can get a blog. This is my blog. It's a blog. Like it's 2008 again. You can write entries in your blog.
If no one's catching it from Eric's tone, he sees no point in the blogs existing, but he made it happen.
People like them, so we kept them. It's not hard. Maybe because I don't rely on the approval of various internet personages for my self-worth. Oh wait, is that the social media? Social media's talking there. Sorry. Anyhow, yeah, blogs. Blogs are a thing. Blogs are linked to games. Yeah, speaking of games, I should probably go back a couple and get back to the game because there is one more type of resource, Colin.
There is, and they've been
Maps.
whinging about it.
Maps. Maps are a thing. In fact, I already had one linked here, and I've kind of blown past it to try and just like pull the string just a little longer, just to make them.
I'm shocked no one's rioting in the chat right now. But yes, maps are the thing now. We have
Yeah,
them.
yeah. And in fact, someone's been in my games messing with my map, which is fine because I have complete undo redo history on the entire thing. You can also lock down games so that maps so that no one can do anything. You can lock down tokens so that people can't edit them other than yourself. Yeah, I mentioned tokens. Tokens are a thing. You can add lots of different types of tokens, whether it's a linked character from a character sheet or any random image that you can pull off the internet. Um, Shapes, basic shapes. Just want to put basic text on there. Knock yourself out. Want to set the background? Manage map, map settings. Actually, sorry, it's literally set background, and I just walk past it. You can upload your own map images. You can set grid or not set grid. Right now, this is set for a nice square grid. I hear you people who are asking for hexagons.
He's working on it.
I'm working on it.
He's been getting flogged by the staff over it regularly, so
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, tokens are a thing. Right click, edit properties. You can modify the token after it's been placed. You got zoom capability. You got a full screen. This will really mess with Colin. Hopefully not too much. You want to download the map? Yeah, you can download the map. Is
is
there a
there
draw feature for spell effects? Not yet, but it's coming.
custom shape pretty much?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, being able to just like have a cone shape you can define or something.
Yeah, so Logan, you're right. We did have this awesome tile map editor that we quote
It
deleted. It it
I'd
wasn't
question the use of
ready. It
awesome.
wasn't perfect. It wasn't good. Actually, it was barely functional. It was a cool idea Rodrigo had, and based on the tools he had at the time and the amount of resources that he could put into it, it just never fully got up off the ground. Well, it's off the ground and it's flying now. Add more geometric primitives eventually. Matt, I hope you put that in the feature requests.
Who has control over the
Who
tokens?
you
Ultimately
can
the
set,
GM.
yeah, but you can set who has control over the tokens. You can actually lock them down so that only the GM can modify them. Roll 20's been real quiet since these maps.
don't don't you get us in a pissing match with roll 20.
we are not we are not out to out roll 20 roll 20. This is designed to integrate with our features to do all of the things within the Mythweaver's ecosphere. Which also means that if you right click or if you have a character link sheet, you can actually view the character sheet directly from here. I hear you about, can I get a stat block? Yeah, yeah, you can get a stat block. Not quite yet, but you'll get a stat block.
Come in.
Can I get the in character conversation next to my map? That's coming too. Don't call it a virtual tabletop.
It is. but don't call it that. Then there might be expectations like putting rules into the movement stuff, and we are not going to do that. We've got limits to our sanity and free time.
If you could put a private shout box in each game, you almost made a virtual tabletop. Did I mention messages? I didn't mention messages. Yeah. I mean, messages are completely a thing. Um, they look like messages. What?
So your wife points out that an action order should exist on the map too to show the
An
initiative.
action order? Ooh, initiative? Oh man. Sorry. I skipped over a thing, so we're gonna go back for a second. Ah, man, that in character thread here. Wouldn't it be great if we knew who we were waiting on to post? Wouldn't that be great, Colin?
I
Would it
choose
be
one
great if we knew?
moment to walk away to get a drink, and then you ask a question.
Did you get the drink? Were you fast enough?
No, no, I wasn't quite there. I came running back here.
Oh
Um,
God. Well, then I have to hold this. I have to wait on this mouse click until you go get the drink.
uh,
Fetch the beverage. All right, everyone. Do your best Jeopardy song. Do 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 do
very
do
funny.
do 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 do. Or you could do the intermission music from Monty Python. Yada 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 yada.
All right, let's do this.
Now back to Face the Peril. You want a posting deadline? Yeah, yeah, you can have a posting deadline.
Does the posting deadline blow up the GM's email if they're the one that hasn't posted?
No, this is only a tool for flogging players.
The tool should be
Let me.
universal. If the GM's post is missing, it should blow up their messages as well.
I like that idea. They should certainly get a notification if the posting deadline has been reached. My players are somewhere rioting because I'm a little late because I'm working on this. But yeah, you can set a posting deadline and it pops up here at the top of the thread. And yeah, it does send reminders to players that they need to post and by when. And then it goes red when you hit the deadline. Yeah, and then you can see where it's going. Since I have no players, it immediately went to we're good.
Merlana, you have an advantage. You could just walk up and smack him and tell him to post.
That happens anyway. I mean, I don't need a posting deadline to be smacked. So yes, posting deadlines are a thing. Maps are a thing. Someone said all those line of sight tools, fog of war, lighting. Guys, I'm not roll 20. I'm not trying to be roll 20.
God, the feature request queue is gonna get insane.
It's gonna blow up. It's already blowing up, and we haven't even shown this off for more than an hour and a half.
Oh, that's what you get for giving them the web address before.
Totally fair. I mean, I didn't even bother to look at the homepage, but oh yeah, there's a couple people on here now. Yeah, your friends get marked. Everyone's got a profile page. There's Colin's prodigious beard on display.
It's not prodigious anymore.
Feature request embedded roll 20. I think they would balk at that. I think there would be some actual cease and desist if I did that. finally added upvotes. Yeah, there's an upvote. If you got a feature request or see a feature request that you like and you want to put it toward the top of the queue, there's an upvote button for that. Let's go back to the issue tracker there for a second. Yeah.
Just
Do we get
that and logo
titles
just going
back?
wild.
Personal title? You want personal titles? You really want personal titles? Fine. Someone put the feature request in.
God, I hate those titles. Gonna set all of you to Baby Dragon with no override.
Young adult dragon.
I think the problem with the titles, like the automatic ones at least, is well, I mean, when those titles were made, because you'd get to like, wasn't just like Dragon was the highest, or was there like an Elder Dragon
Yeah,
or
I mean,
something?
you pretty quickly topped out. I think
I
everyone
think it's
got to
because we didn't expect. Let's be real.
because
I
when
don't think anyone
Rodrigo set
expected
up
the
the
site to go
site,
that long.
he and David, that they were not anticipating that 20 years later, I would be migrating 17 and a half million posts to an architecture that couldn't have even possibly been conceived in 2006 when JavaScript was barely functional.
Yeah.
Downvote requests. I'll downvote your request, Jimmy.
I think that'd require Chimi to actually even make a request. So,
All right. So I'm looking through my lists. I mentioned most of these things. Community messages, social features. We've got maps, characters, resources. What else are we doing? I mean, we've got. I mean, you still have all of your account settings, notification settings, all those things still exist. You can choose. Ooh, BB code's not on here. Maybe I should add BB code here. You can choose your default editor mode, so wherever you post, it will pick whether you want to run full HTML or Markdown or the WYSIWYG rich text. No sheets in the menu. Yes, I know because I'm a monster. Um, you can toggle whether or not you want to see deleted content. You can write stuff about yourself and put it in your profile. Uh, Username changes are not currently available yet.
there will be
Two
limits
factor
on that,
auth,
though.
two factor auth. Yeah, absolutely. Recovery questions. Yeah, yeah, that's all there. Privacy controls built in. If you want to be invisible, you can be invisible. If you want to limit who can send you DMs, you can limit who can send you DMs. Oh man,
You've got a
so
friend
many styling
request.
fails that I find. Hmm?
You've got a friend request.
I've got a friend request. All right, chat. Quick, quick, quick poll. Give me a heart if I should accept Logan. Give me a some sort
Oh
of
God,
weapon
we're
if I
not
should
doing that.
decline.
He's gonna whine at Mythweaver's meetup too.
Fine. Oh, I will now be a friend of Logan's.
Pretty sure you already were. We're stuck with him.
Yeah, more or less. Importing friendships or those relationships from InVision will be a thing. Just haven't done it yet. Notification settings, full control. You can get push. You can get email. You can set quiet hours so that you don't get push notifications to your phone when you should be asleep. You can control which type of notifications you get based on some of these need names, deadlines, etc. Ignore, deny. Oh, right. I skipped over notification settings for games because that obviously I don't see any in here, but let's go back here for a second. So yeah, if you want to follow the game, you can follow the whole game from the top. If you want to mute a specific forum or mute a specific topic, knock yourself out. Full control. Can you change the tab order in games? Can you change this tab order? Sorry, need to go to the game tab. No, not yet, but eventually. You can, however, turn
Put
on
in
and
a
off the
request
features
slogan
that you
just so he doesn't forget.
so that you care about. If you don't use character sheets for whatever reason, although I highly recommend you do, especially because we'll be rolling out more and more character sheet templates. Resources, if you don't want them, I don't know why not. You can turn that off too. Calendar, your choice. I will note that the forum order is reorderable.
Shiny new features.
Yep. Wow, that needs some visibility enhancement too. There, that little deadline circle. Yeah, the absolute power. You can't play with this stuff because it's read only. You're correct. On your imported games, it is read only, and there's a reason why, which is that you're still making content in the Envision games, and um, I don't want the two to get out of sync. It would be really bad if I could let you make content here and then it's not seen in the other forum and people do things and then they don't mesh with each other and then more complaints. But yeah, it's absolutely a thing you can do. You can control the order of your forums. You know what I probably didn't do now that I've thought about it? Yeah. Someone's got to put in a feature request that says that I can control the order of topics in the forum. I just didn't think of it. I was moving too fast and breaking too many things. And obviously, still, then we've still got the idea of cascading follows. So if I follow the game, I go down to the forums, I'm already following the game. If I go down to announcements, I'm already following because I'm following the game. If I go down to a topic inside announcements, oh look, it's the Jimmy. I'm already following this topic because I'm following the game.
So none of the headache with Envision with, wait, but I'm subscribed
Mm-hmm.
to the game. Why isn't it
Yeah, why am I
notifying
not
me?
getting any notifications?
Because
Yeah,
Envision is weird.
problem solved. Is there a recommended image resolution for the new maps feature? You can pick basically anything you want because I'm just passing it in as it is. Um, but most people, if they're full screened on a desktop, are like probably 1920 by 1080 or maybe bigger these days. Who knows? Um, then you've got all the people who are going to complain that you got to put a gigantic map, and on mobile I got to scroll all over the place. Mhm. Yeah, there is not necessarily a recommended image resolution, though. The bigger you make the file, the longer it will take to load on the screen. Just the facts of bandwidth. But yeah, if I go to the announcements forum, which is linked directly there, so I don't have to renavigate, and renavigate. I can stop following this forum. It's muted. And if I go to the topic, it's muted because the forum above it is muted. Full control.
That's really kind of been your tagline through this entire thing.
It's, I give the people what they want.
I
What
never
more do
said it
you
was
ask for
bad.
me?
Well, I mean, Merlana did ask about, how to run new games and old games and all that with the sunsetting and blah blah blah. So
Uh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, she's the one who thinks about logistics more than me. Uh, the goal would be we're going to keep these running simultaneously for a while. And a while is the a point in time that hasn't been defined yet. That's basically because there are really only two limits here. One is how long do we want to keep paying for licenses for Envision? And then the other is when does Envision finally say we're pulling the plug on V4, you can't run it anymore? Because that's the thing they could do. They have not identified uh, when that's going to be. So it's going to be at least 6 months and maybe 12. I mean, we literally just
Right.
renewed our license just a week ago.
Um, Amy, I bumped my volume up slightly, so I guess we'll see.
Yep. Takes a little while for it to propagate out there to the interwebs.
Um, feature request: move games to Ithune from
Feature
Logan.
request to wait to move a game. I mean, it's already being synced. What your feature request is the thing that is not here yet. Here, which is I want I want this to be live. Actually, I guess I should probably look at one that's being imported. Yeah, yeah, the button that says make this live here. You can't do that from there, but I can. Big shiny green cutover button over here. Once the button's been pushed, then Envision stops accepting new posts in that game. It becomes immediately read only.
Hence why it's
So you have
not
to be
live yet. There's still stuff we
yeah,
need to work
you
out
have to be
where.
ready for that. And we're not ready for you to be ready for that. So it's going to take a little while.
Yep.
But in the meantime, every hour, we're going to keep syncing content from there to here. And someday, that 2738 will all be over here.
Eventually, there will be a hard transition, but I guess
We
not
will
a hard.
announce that
It'll
with
be a soft transition, and
there,
honestly, it's going to
there
be
will be
one
an
of
announced transition period. There
yeah,
will be a firm deadline eventually. That eventually is not likely to be in calendar year 2026 unless Envision decides to throw us a curveball.
which the way
But
they've been
the
with Envision 5 would not shock me.
I mean, they've been pushing it, but then people have been pushing back. But eventually, yeah, they're going to do what all service providers eventually do. Like Gmailify, I can't, like in a couple weeks, I won't be able to get my Yahoo Mail read through into Gmail. What? Turns out it's probably not making them much money. So sucks to be me, I guess.
Oh, you know.
Is there anything I missed, Colin?
I don't think so. I think we got it all.
Cool. This is the point where the chat gets to ask questions then.
Want to go back to? Do you want to leave the website view up?
The website, this, which
The
one?
screen share.
Oh, you want me to, I mean, certainly if they
Logan,
want me to
you're already
demonstrate,
playing
but
with the new
my,
things.
my guess is that they're already like chomping at the bit to just go in and play.
I did notice that it highlights names if they're your friend. That's kind of cool.
Yes. Yeah, your friends are now highlighted.
All right. Well then, let's shift back to the regular view then.
All right. In three, two, one.
All right.
So smooth, like butter.
Logan, you always whine just for the sake of
No,
whining.
no. He is no. Sometimes he's trolling.
Mm, That's a fair point. Ooh.
All right, so that was like an hour of just straight demo, and I haven't drank much of my beer.
I don't get a beer right now.
That's right. You are being a good soldier.
Oh, I was sick as all get out.
Hmm.
Usually, when I'm sick, my wife is yelling at me to get in bed and stop trying to do things.
Stop being the hero.
Last night, I crawled into the bed and stayed there all the way through till we did our tech test, what, an hour ago? Or 2 hours ago?
2 hours ago.
Yeah.
That's a good rest.
Yeah, the fact that I was in bed had her going, yeah, you're really sick.
So we got that to look forward to, and we got meetup in what, 5 months? 5 months.
Yeah.
Almost exactly 5 months.
Jem won't be there most likely. Well, she'll probably make an appearance for a bit one of the days.
I got him. You are not seriously going to withhold baby.
I might withhold baby.
You're a monster.
No.
Right.
We probably won't
Yeah.
get we're not gonna get absent this year though. So no
Same reason.
toddler daddy jousting.
That's probably for the best, honestly. I mean, your back's not going to handle it much longer. Dante's growing too big.
Oh no, he's fine. His weight stays low because he's so bloody active.
Who who are we going to get to pick on then? If Absint's not going to be there,
I don't know. We'll just pick on Logan more.
fair enough.
So, questions. Maybe. Possible.
Now I think they're just shocked. Amy, just get here.
Yeah, hell with updating the dragon. You have to actually make it to an event.
Yeah, it's way more important. Maybe Absent will door us all of the Mythweavers for this event.
He doesn't have sky miles like he used to.
That's true. Yeah, now that he's a proud daddy.
Hmm.
Question: what has been the most difficult thing to implement? Ooh, that's an interesting one. Um, the permissions model was actually probably the hardest single thing to implement because uh, when I started evaluating it, the first thing I did was lay out the hierarchy of games and um, forums and topics and posts. Said, okay, I need independent access control on all of these. Oh, and I need private blocks within post too. So it's really 5 levels of access control for the entire game structure. And well, I because I work in professional IT and part of my government department's mandate is to do more AI stuff, I went and actually asked AI for help. I said, here's what I need to do. It said, oh, that's easy. I said, no, but I need independent privacy controls at all 5 levels. And said, oh, that's much harder. Good luck. So that took a solid month of just hammering out and
Code.
then painstakingly testing every one of those. That was the hardest part. Styling is relatively easy. I mean, I do that for my more or less day job. Does that count as trafficking? Only if it's unwilling. Yeah, that's it exactly, Logan. And it took me a month, but it would have taken me 6 or more months to try and backfit it into Envision 5 or VBulletin 5 or 6 or whatever they're on now, because that idea as a concept just didn't exist. It wasn't something that a typical forum type, collaborative discussion board ever conceived of, that you would want people not to see content. The whole idea is that you're seeing people's content, you're discussing content, and you're making you're making SEO happy and getting ad traffic
Yep,
driven.
yep.
None of that is us. You will never see an ad on Mythweavers ever. I didn't build it into the framework. There's no hooks.
They're
There's
not
nothing.
coming back.
No no ads. Never will happen again. Uh, but then the other thing that they want to do is they want to drive their own monetization. To be honest, and so that makes them short-sighted. They do things for customizing look and feel more than they do customizing functionality to meet end user needs.
On
Um,
top of talk about paywalling some of the stuff that's a standard feature in Envision 4.
yeah, yeah. When I started reading the dev notes and they were like, yeah, so instead of being able to directly modify the templates, you'll call these weird hook things that will drive content in, but you can't change anything that's in our baseline template. I said, oh hell no. That was it. Um,
What
yeah,
part
and
did
so
you
by
like the
building it from the
most?
ground up, what part did I like the most? Uh,
Like
I'm tempted
building
to
the
say
most, you clarified.
tempted to say the ad system, because that was an interesting problem that we had always had. Advertisements were kind of this, they were bolt on. If you remember back how they were run in OG, they were effectively a forum with a bunch of threads that happened to have auto links in the template to the game. And that was basically it. You didn't have a lot of features that were developed around it because, well, the idea of applying and maybe getting selected to participate in part of the community is, again, something that vBulletin and Envision, that's not in their business model. They either have private communities or not private communities, and that's basically it. A selection process with a GM's telling about the game in a way that people can read about it and develop characters and have their own space to work on it. Oh, that was way out there. But no, actually, the maps, that was the most fun, because it was an idea that had been percolating now for 6, 7, 8 years. I mean, actually, it's longer than that. Was it 10 years ago that Rodrigo had the map generator or map? Oh man,
It's been a minute.
someone put someone put a pin in generators. Stick it on the issue tracker. Anyhow, the idea of having a map with tokens that you can move around has been at least a decade old now. Um, and we recognize the value of having that as part of the community because, well, we do role playing games and role playing games do maps, and not having maps is kind of a big downer when you have to either do weird ASCII things like old guys like I do, or like have a table with a grid, but it's not really co-editable. Yet, like the whole idea of being at a tabletop is that people can move their miniatures around on the tabletop, and it kind of feels very visceral, kinesthetic engagement. So giving that back, that was actually the most fun. Yes, David, that was what I was referring to. David and Rodrigo collaborated on that in Mythweaver's map thing. It never reached the ditzy level of functionality, and they ran out of time, so they just kind of shelved it and then turned it off. And then
Yep.
Ditzy went away, and everyone was like, "What are we gonna do? I don't want to go full Foundry Roll20 type of uh, Fantasy Grounds, build an entire campaign setting. I just need a quick map." Well, now you have a quick map. I mean, you can make maps without backgrounds. You don't have to have background images on them. Um,
Don't
That
worry,
also
we'll
works.
start adding things like
Random
your
maps,
little fog of
constantly
war
changing
filters
maps.
sections. Look, you did it in Excel for a few weaving
I
redstone
did.
cables.
Excel is the best at everything.
Sarek's not here to back you up on this.
I know. I know.
So, map generator export into the map tool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. First, we have to rebuild the generators. Honestly,
I threw a note in
that's
the changelog for port the current ones, and then yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we've got additional follow-up projects, folks, after this finishes.
Hmm. But ultimately, I prioritized this because what I really didn't want was what we had in 2023, which we did a beta period. It was,
Yeah,
I don't know, it was long enough, but I still don't feel like we did a good enough job of really um, making what people wanted. When am I going to see you again? I'm just on the other side of the door, dear. I'm figuring that the hatchet is coming soon, and we'll have the whole Red Rum scene play out here
I'm
before the
pretty
stream
sure
suddenly
that
goes dead.
question was more about saying, "Oh yeah, there's additional plans after the site."
There will be a dead period here. I mean, sorry. I'm gonna kill feature. Wait. Uh, there will be a strategic pause while I reevaluate my life balance. My work life balance is already pretty shot, but knocking on knocking on all the wood that I have around me. My contractor team goes from 3 to 7 in about a week, which will come with initial pain and then will allow me to be much more less hands-on at work and more productive and more useful at home. I hope. Don't kill me. Map generator export to Excel?
Bad Paul, no treat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you couldn't do it, but I do work with the Office suite and program integrations in my day job, and I'm not keen on doing it in my night job.
Can't think of anything else. Did we miss
Yeah, I mean,
anything?
I don't think so. I mean, I didn't import all of the kind of broad community forums into the current iteration of Ithun. Um,
Eventually.
most mostly because that was one of those where like syncing them just didn't seem to make much sense. So we'll. Uh
I think I'm good.
oh. Yeah, I mean the thing that made me the most happy about this project was knowing as I was it it made me feel better about effectively ignoring all of the threads there in the feature request queue, which had been queuing up because I knew I was doing the things that they wanted. I just couldn't show everyone at once because, well, that would have created more discontent. We needed to have it at least to the point where it would have some wow factor as opposed to, yeah, we're just rebuilding everything again. Stand by.
Yeah,
Uh,
building
we
a
get it.
new
Change
site
change is
was
bad.
not the plan
But this is, as I said, this will be the last major change.
because it is our site completely.
Yep.
Like, we don't have to worry about framework shifts, any of that.
Yeah. We're actually saving money doing this somehow. Eventually. I mean,
Eventually.
right now we're running two databases, which is not saving us money, but eventually we're.
Eventually, we get to shut down OG Mythweavers, we get to shut down the Envision and we're back to one site again.
Yep. And I guess that is one thing that we didn't talk about, which was the concept that we never had from OG in Envision. What if I want to bring my game back? What if I want to unarchive that game and revisit it and restart it from the Wayback Machine? Now that won't be a problem anymore.
Yep.
Oh, I did also bake in the thing so that we won't be tearing our hair out with contact requests. You can actually use your OG credentials to look up your email address on file.
You're welcome, Logan. I know how much you miss the shiny head.
5 months.
I am going to be a zombie at this next meetup.
I mean, you will have a small one, and so yeah, you're going to be a zombie.
Yep, yep.
Eventually, this is what all in-person gatherings go through this phase where it's all babies.
But we've
Back
got a nice age spread so that, there's those with babies, there's those whose kids are almost out of the house and miss the baby phase, but love having to, or love being able to give the babies back. I mean,
new pictures with
we've got those pictures of wait, what? What drive folder? Okay.
I don't know what drive folder, Colin.
Don't know.
Beats me.
I think my toddler might be about to die though.
Well, that's how you reduce the strain is by just shrinking the numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, the Collins Faces folder.
I'm
Wait,
hearing
you
I'm
you
hearing
you
said
you
toddler get
saw?
yelled at to go to sleep.
Ouch. You saw the gag gift that I got Logan for Secret Santa.
Yes. Yes. I still love the gag gift I got. The dice were well played by Ding, especially when he pointed out it's not harpoons. It's here. I've got him next to the computer. He got me a custom dice set, and every die has a white whale in it. It was well played.
That's awesome.
Oh, here, there, better view.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. It was a well played move. All right,
I still
cool.
love the thing that Amy got me, which is over my right shoulder.
Yes.
Like the posable dragon. This thing's so freaking cool. 3D printed, every joint articulated.
Oh yeah.
It's just ready to eat something. It's really awesome.
All right. Well,
With that, we've gone an hour and a half. We've
I was gonna
exhausted
say,
everyone's questions.
yep. I've made Amy laugh hard by
It's
showing
good.
that present. Yeah, I think we are about ready to wrap up, and then we'll start bracing for the feature
Brace for
requests.
impact. Yeah, I should just pop over here to the issue tracker and see what the number has gone up to. We're up to 13. Wow, I got my work cut out for me.
6 added since the podcast started.
Good start. All right.
Good start.
Thank you, everyone. This is my gift to you. 20 years, Mythweavers. Brand new site. Here we go.